Do you like the idea of being able to play right away? I mean, it might not be the greatest for your body, but maybe after that game, maybe getting right back out there?
Yeah, I mean, you don't really realize how quick this is until you're in it, watching the game. Usually watching Thursday Night Football, I forget the last time we played was Packers, was that right? Yeah, so it's been a long time. So now that, it's us on Thursday, so it feels like you really only get a day and a half and you're right back out there. So I would say it's nice, obviously, coming off, a loss to be able to get back out there and compete again. But like you said, as far as body goes, for recovery purposes, yeah, it's a little tough. But
I know you said at the time you didn't want to really talk about it, but now that you've had time to digest James' injury,
Yeah.
just, losing JC, how do you kind of...
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to replace my dog, everything that he does, on the field, the little nuances of the game, his feel for the game that may go unnoticed, stuff that you can't coach that he does that people don't really realize. But, his feel for the game, his leadership, just his presence, in the huddle, in the locker room. You can't really replace that for real.
With a guy like Trey Benson stepping up, though, where's your confidence level that you can maybe take more on his plate?
Yeah, ultimate confidence in Trey and each and every guy behind him that has to play. I know we failed or we struggled this past weekend as a unit, but again, my confidence never wavers in those guys. I know they'll make the play next time.
Do you feel like you have to pick up some of that leadership that James?
For sure. Yeah. Again, just being vocal whenever that's called for, letting guys feel me. Obviously that's, like I said, it's tough to replace him, but it's necessary, it's mandatory. So.
There were a few plays on Sunday that the 49ers batted down the line of scrimmage. The Fred Warner one stands out. To us, those look like great defensive plays. I'm curious, is there anything that a quarterback can do on those? Like, is there anything you're supposed to be able to see to know that he's going to be able to get up, or do you just tip your hat to the defense?
Nah, he's damn near like the only guy that would make that play.
With a shorter week, how does that impact game planning specifically, or things you have to simplify things more with less days to prepare?
Oh, you got just less time to obviously go over things, but you got to cram it in. We're not the only people that have to go through it. Everybody has to go through it. So I just think it's part of the game, and we've done it before, so it's not not a surprise. We understood what was coming. This has been on the schedule for a long time, so I think we'll be fine.
What do you envision as maybe taking the step forward offensively? Is it just having a successful series, stacking a couple series together? What do you view as kind of the path forward offensively?
What do you mean?
I mean, just finding more success on your side of the football. Is it just a matter of just, I know it's more execution, but do you need to see that through just one good series could get you guys on the right track, or is it just you need to stack a couple of those?
No, I mean, I don't think one series is just means you're playing good offensive football. I think in totality we got to play better complementary football. Like we get a pick, we go 3 and out. We get a safety, we don't finish the game. Like it's stuff like that. Just honestly, man, it's just it's tough to swallow. It's especially when you feel like you're on the winning side of what's taking place throughout in that game. Usually you're on the other side of that, or I've been on the other side of like, damn, we got to come back or something like that. But like defense held up, defense did what they needed to do, and offensively we just didn't finish the game. So no, we got to be more consistent. We got to make the plays when they're there. It's really simple as that. It's really not a complicated game. You got to make plays.
Michael Wilson was just saying it hurts his soul that he hasn't been able to impact with more catches. Marvin looked pretty mentally beat up when he was talking the other day. Do you have to kind of get with your receivers and be like, we're going to get there, or is it pretty much on everybody to kind of like steady themselves when things aren't going great?
No, I talk to those dudes every day, literally on and off the field. So, my thing is, I'm trying to build confidence each and every day and continue to give my guys opportunities when they're there. And I'm gonna continue to do that. Obviously Drew makes the calls, and then we got to go out there and execute. But whenever the opportunity presents itself or the chances are there, I'm definitely gonna give my guys opportunities.
You've talked a lot, obviously, about taking the boring plays when they're there. Is that a difficult balance to be willing to do that, but also know when there's the opportunities to take the shots downfield?
No, I mean, it's a fine line of being able to protect the ball and being risky and understanding where we're at in the game, being able to, have the freedom to take shots and stuff like that, but at the same time understanding if it's necessary, if it's not necessary. So I think that all just depends on the flow of the game.
Have you sensed opposing defenses taking away those deep shots more this year with their schemes?
Yeah, I mean, definitely playing more too high, obviously, which would prevent, shots and stuff like that downfield, making us dink and dunk the ball all the way down the field, taking what the defense gives you. When you get in the red zone, you got to finish.
Do you think that's a product of Marv, basically? They want to try to take him out of the game plan.
Marv?
Like teams play more too high. Do you think that's kind of a reaction to trying to take Marv out of the game?
I mean, if you feel like you can stop the run with two safeties back there, then why wouldn't you? Or, I think, if you're trying to keep the top over Trey, or, again, I feel like it's all depends on how you run the ball.
Kyler, what do you know about Seattle's defense? Obviously, they play pretty aggressively. What is it about their defense this week?
Yeah, hungry group, fast, physical, play with a ton of swag. They've successful defense, and we're gonna have to be on our A game Thursday if we want to come out successful.
It's early in the season, but it seems like the NFC West could be a 14-horse race here, and you go from one, you're an eyelash away from 3-0.
Yeah.
There's a division game that make this game even more important, even though it's just 3-4 days later.
Yeah, not really looking at it like that. Obviously, I understand from the, outside looking in how it can look. This is a must-win game, all those type of, narratives and stuff like that. But just taking it one day at a time, one game at a time. We got to go out there and execute. I mean, every game is a big game, so we understand what's at stake.
It seemed like you guys kind of unlocked the screen game a little bit last week. Is that just a matter of Drew scheming it up, or is it something that you guys were doing to make that possible?
I would say it's scheme and timing.
This is a little off topic. During training camp, I asked Clete Blakeman when he was here about kind of his conversation with quarterbacks during games. Do you like talking to refs?
Clearly, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Do you like talking to refs during games? And what are those conversations like?
No, I don't really talk to the referee, during the games. No, just before, yeah. Make sure you take care of me.
I guess refs kind of their approach is either like we talk all football, or we kind of get personal. Like, why do you choose?
I mean, I think you have different relationships with each and every other ref, depending on how much you've spoken to them in the past. But yeah, it just depends on the individual.
Kyler, on a short week, how important is it to be playing at home?
I think it's an advantage as far as not having to travel. But at the end of the day, we're playing football, and at the end of the day, we got to go out there and execute.
You'll be wearing the rivalry jerseys. Any extra excitement?
Man, I'm trying to win the game. Yeah, we got to win the game.